Welcome to Fantasy Films. If you're new here, I'm Kevin, and I have a lot of very interesting movie news to cover today. Some of the news that interests me the most is what's coming out of Rob Zombie's Instagram. He's posting more photos and updates of the Munsters movie and some new castings. We also have information for Netflix's Red Notice sequels. Disney Plus has got a couple new series coming out, and we even have updates and photos from the Batgirl movie that's going to be released on HBO Max. So it's a whole lot to go over. Let's get started. All right, guys, let's dive right into this. Let's not waste any time because we do have a lot to cover. First thing we're going to go over is the Red Notice movie that was released on Netflix. And I believe this is their most watched movie ever. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Gal Gadot, and Ryan Reynolds star in a heist movie. Well, global heist movie. But either way, this movie was hilarious. It had tons of action in it. Fantastic movie. And the way it ended, you just knew there was going to be a sequel. And not only is there going to be a sequel, but there's going to be 2 sequels. That's right. We're getting 2 more Red Notice movies. Now, Rawson Marshall Thurber is going to be writing the script for these movies. Now, he has allegedly already started the script for part 2 and 3. Now, he said his plan was to bring back The Rock, Gal Gadot, and Ryan Reynolds for both sequels and add even more characters and big superstars to reminisce the massive movie of even Ocean's 11. So it looks like we're going to get many more superstars coming into the sequels. I don't know who it's going to be, but I can only imagine with the 3 that we have now, it's going to be a pretty interesting script. Once we get more details on that script or when the release dates are, I'll be sure to bring it to you. But until then, we're just going to have to hold tight and wait and see. Now, as we go through here, guys, make sure you leave your comments down below on all these topics that are very interesting. I want to know what your thoughts are on them. And that being said, we're going to move on to the Disney Plus series that are going to be starting. We have 2 of them, one of which is going to be Tim Allen's Santa Claus. That's right. We got the movies that were absolutely awesome. I watch them every year with my family. And Tim Allen is actually signed on for a limited series for the Santa Claus. Now, limited basically meaning this is going to be a one-and-done season. There's nothing planned after that. Now, we get a slight idea on the plot of the movie, and it says that the limited series will follow Scott Calvin as he prepares his 65th birthday at the North Pole. During the series, Scott will be faced with the realization that he cannot be Santa Claus forever. As Scott is falling behind on his Santa duties, he decides that his family could also benefit from a normal, non-toy-making lifestyle outside of the North Pole. The series will follow Scott on his journey to find a suitable replacement as Santa. Now, when I first heard about this series, I was really questionable on it. I had no idea what to think. Like, how in the world are you going to make Santa Claus a series? But since we are working on, it seems to be passing the torch down to a new Santa, it seems like that is the only way to make this movie a series. I kind of understand the passing of the torch thing and how this could possibly even lead into another movie. So obviously, if Tim Allen is working his way out of the suit and putting someone else in it, could that open up another movie for the following season? Now, this is said to begin filming in March. I think it's said to release next winter, but right now we don't have any other casting confirmations such as Neil or Charlie or any of the other cast members other than Tim Allen. So there's still a lot of details to work out. I know this filming is said to begin in March, but there's got to be more details that we just don't have yet. But I'm actually very anxious to watch this series because, again, I love the movies. And if we're passing down the torch, I want to see who it's going to. Now, the second series that Disney Plus is working on is one from the movie Real Steel with Hugh Jackman. This movie, I absolutely love it. I can watch this movie over and over and over and never get tired of it. Long story short, he's a washed-up boxer getting into this world of robotic boxing, which has taken the place of human boxing in the future, who is not having the greatest connection with his son. Just a really great, fun story. It's got an emotional father-son attachment and along with some futuristic robot fighting, which is always nice. And again, I thought this was a fantastic movie. I wish it had made a sequel, but since it hasn't, the director was saying that even though it doesn't, it could really benefit from more exploration of the real steel world and dig deeper into the world of robotics fighting. So they're going to do that in series form. But the series could possibly pick up 10 years or so later. That's going to follow the story that was started by Hugh Jackman. Now, they're saying they hope that Hugh Jackman will return to either reprise the role that he had before or at least make a cameo, passing the torch down to someone else. Now, I think either one of those situations would be absolutely great. I wouldn't mind the passing of the torch, or for him to reprise his role. Maybe he stepped aside from controlling the robots to giving it to his son, who now controls the robots. So I'm going to be sitting on pins and needles waiting for more information and details on this particular series. Real quick, guys, if you're enjoying the content so far, I do appreciate it if you would just drop a like on the video for me. It does me a huge favor in the YouTube algorithm. And again, if you're enjoying the content, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And don't forget that bell notification so you don't miss any videos like this one. All right, so we got some new information from the Batgirl movie, some updates we got, and some pictures of a painted mural that has Michael Keaton's Batman standing alongside of Robin, the classic Dick Grayson Robin wearing the yellow and green outfit. Now, this is one I did not expect. I didn't see this coming, but I'm very excited about it. Now, the Robin in the mural looks very young, but definitely a pretty big age gap between Batman and Robin there. Now, the mural itself looks like it's old and weathered, so who knows how long this has been up. Assuming this is going to be something that was painted a long time ago, probably before Michael Keaton hung up the cowl. But now I'm wondering, with I'm assuming going to be Dick Grayson. I mean, we have other Nightwing characters and Robin characters, but we're going to assume this is a Dick Grayson character. Is this guy going to be setting up the Nightwing movie? Because we know there's going to be a Nightwing movie coming up, but of course that Nightwing movie could also be other Nightwing characters like Damian. So is Dick Grayson going to move on? Is this particular Dick Grayson even alive? Maybe this is one of why Michael Keaton's Batman is hanging it up. Maybe something happened to him, and that's why Michael Keaton just couldn't do it anymore. It's like Batman's like, I'm done. I can't deal with it. There's too much loss. And then he's passing the torch down to Batgirl. Maybe, possibly. I don't know. Just a thought of mine. Or something else happened that's causing him to hang up the cowl, which means Robin is now going to go out on his own, become Nightwing, and team up with Batgirl. That's also a possibility. But I find it very cool and interesting that we have pictures of Robin on this mural. And not only Robin, but the old Dick Grayson Robin. But to go along with that, we have a first look at Batgirl's costume as a whole. Now, Leslie Grace is standing here what looks to be on a ledge or in front of a building. I assume it's on a ledge, it looks like, in full Batgirl outfit. Now, I love this outfit because it is definitely reminiscent of the old comic with the blue and the yellow cape, gold belt. I absolutely think they knocked this costume out of the park. Definitely the best Batgirl costume I've seen yet. Not that there's been a lot of them. But I love the look Leslie Grace has in this costume. They still have the red hair. She has this very serious face right now, like she's either just got done fighting somebody or is about to. I think she's going to do really good in this role. But obviously, until we actually see her in the role and what's going to happen, it's kind of all speculatory. But I want to know what your thoughts are on the costume, on her role in this, how all this is fitting together. And now that we know that Robin is going to be in this, is there going to be anyone else popping up out of the blue that might surprise us? I would not be surprised if we get some kind of variation of Catwoman in here. All right, time for the biggest news of all, and that is the updates that we're getting from Rob Zombie on the Munsters movie and some new casting that we have. Rob Zombie is posting a couple photos here and there lately, not as many as he used to post. Now, some of the photos that he is posting isn't super revealing. It's just kind of him letting us know that filming is continuing as normal, with a crew member here carrying the chairs to a different filming location and the house in the background. Not very revealing, but it's just kind of like his way of saying, hey, filming is moving on as scheduled. Nothing's really changed until we've got this new photo of a cast member that we were unaware of before. Now, Rob Zombie dropped this picture of Catherine Schell, who is going to be playing Zoya Krupp. This is going to be the Gypsy Queen. Now, I don't know the Munsters series inside and out like some of you do, and you're really big followers, and I appreciate the help that you gave me filling in the gaps. I don't know if this is a character from the original series. He has been adding some other characters or twisting them up a little bit, like Igor, who was, Grandpa's bat, which now seems to be a human. Is this similar to that? Is there a Gypsy Queen in the series that I'm unaware of? Or is this a new casting that he's throwing in the movie to mix things up a little bit? So if you could help me down in the comments below with that one, I would greatly appreciate it. But I like the look she has. Definitely the gypsy feel. It looks like she's got some animal foot in her hand. Could it possibly be a rabbit? Not sure. So one more cast member we were unaware of. We're going to probably get a lot more. We don't know anything about Marilyn Munster. We don't know anything about Eddie Munster. But I like the fact that we're still getting updates. So not massive Munster news, but I think it's still pretty big that we have a new cast member. Let me know what your thoughts are down below on this and all the other stories we've been covering so far. Definitely drop a like on the video for me if you enjoyed the content and made it this far. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and the bell notification because you don't want to miss any new videos. I'm Kevin, and I'll see you at the concession stands.